Welcome back, everybody, from Christmas. Hopefully, everyone is doing great. Let me just get a little chat back if you could hear me loud and clear. Good to see you, Mark, everybody. Norman, good to see you all. Welcome back. Hopefully, everybody is doing great. I know that I am. Good to see you, everybody. Wow, we're getting a nice little pop. I got a late Christmas gift, MBOT. Oh my God, what a great day this thing's been so far to us. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, but hopefully everybody's doing well. Just to let you know, COVID is running rampant, and where you have COVID, you have stocks that were trading. Still looking at some of them. I'm actually quite disappointed. They're not going up as fast as I thought they would. But we'll see how things work out. We'll talk a little about the COVID vaccine stocks and the test kit stocks and stuff like that. But I'm glad to see you guys all back from your holidays. And you know what? Big holiday coming up next, and it is going to be New Year's. But just keep in mind, market is open on New Year's Eve, so we're going to be here all day Friday. So anyway, also just make a quick little reminder that we do have phase 2 that starts today at 10:35. The link is up there. If you're a student in the cyber group room, if you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, you're always welcome to do a trial in our room and see what it's all about. But remember, very important, Josh is doing that class where we're going to be, where, you got to learn before you can earn. It's a really good week to do that. So it's good to see you all, and make sure hopefully a lot of you watched last week's class that you missed, phase 1. All right, now, before we start going through the watch list, and we'll talk about MBOT and a bunch of other ones, I want to talk about what happened last week. So we had a really couple of good stocks that moved really nice last week. So let me just bring up Sophie here. So Sophie, this stock right here, I was actually pretty much done early in the morning, right from here. So this stock literally at 9:30 just ran from $16 all the way to $22. It had a great shake right here. It was a little volatile. It was like 50 cents. You can't trade too many shares of the stock. It was much more of a category 3 or higher. But you could see that, hell, if you just bought, I don't know, 500 shares, even 100 shares, for crying out loud, you still made yourself, if it ran up 2-3 points, still made yourself $200-300. So nice little move on that stock, Sophie. That one did pretty well. A couple other ones also, AVCT, that one of last week. Let me just bring that up. So this one right here, you could see had a really nice pop. Went from $1.20 from here, $1.40, just went up really, really nice and steady. It was a nice little gap up. AVCT was pretty nice, and the BFRI, that one, that was pretty cool. So that one on the 21st, that thing ran from $8 all the way to $14, came right back down, and then on Friday, right at the close, it ran from $10 all the way to $14. There was a lot of really nice trading going on for Thursday. So I mean, you could just basically just pick your weapon, what stock you wanted, but that was a really, really good day. And I was shocked. I mean, usually it's not like that, but a lot of people are on vacation. A lot of people went away. When that happens, there are stocks pick trends a lot easier than when all the top traders are there. So got a couple of nice little moving stocks out there. So anyway, that's a pass. Let's flip that page. Let's move on, talk about what's going on today, because there are a couple of good stocks. So we're working our way down here at the bottom right-hand side. Where we focus our attention to is stocks that have action in the big top 20 list. We got this MBOT that's moving pretty nice. I want to bring up the MBOT level 4 here, right here. So you can see MBOT on the heat map. We had some big orders out here, and they were getting filled. So if you were here when you're supposed to be here, and you could see that there was a big buyer here around $7.50. At $7.45, the stock was right around $8. You could see right now it went all the way to $9.50. Some of you are probably done for the day. I mean, if you came here at 8 o'clock and you saw we got that, where we get that program trading move that happens around that time, that stock literally from 8 o'clock to 8:30 just ran beautifully for about $1.50. Even if you got half that, where you had this big order that showed up right around 8:30 right here. Where is he? You had this buyer, he came right here, but this order at 8:15 got filled. Boom, the thing just popped right there. You could see how it tested that iceberg order right there around 9:50 and came right back down. So there's a lot of selling pressure right around the 9:50. If you've been getting the alerts in the cyber group room, if you haven't subscribed to it yet, we're posting those alerts to you all the time. So anyway, she kind of died right around here around 8:30. So she's trading between 9 and 9:50. I think Josh put the news in there. It was some kind of what was the news you had, Josh, in there? I forgot what it was. He had it right here. Where we have it? Let me bring it up. Oh, that was FCell when he brought that one up. That was a little earlier. Where's the news? Came in early. Oh, here it is. I'll bring it up here. So this was the news for MBOT, and I'll put it in the YouTube if you guys didn't read it. Just puts that in there. That was the news right there on MBOT. So anyway, so that stock, we're going to keep a close eye on it. You could see it's got big resistance on the long-term chart. Like I said, they have 950 on the heat map on the level 4, and on the long-term chart right around February, you have some resistance levels. A couple of the stocks that made some nice moves this morning. SCI also. I don't know what happened. Really nice pop right here, right at 8:30 where program trading kicked in. Nice little 96 cents, went to about $1.20, started back off. A lot of you also remember this back in September. We traded this stock, was at 33 cents. The thing ran to almost $5. Yeah, that is correct, of almost 1,000%. That was a nice move. Stock's got really nice price levels. Level 1 stock, if you're an advanced trader, you could trade more shares of it. That one did pretty well. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot to mention, too, a stock that we trade was Nikola, too. Nikola did pretty well on Friday, too. I forgot to mention on Thursday, too. You could see that one was a $9.80. That thing ran to about $11.50. Forgot to mention that one there. So, but Nikola, keep an eye on. I'm putting this on the second list, on the B list. And we all know what the B list is. There's an A list, there's a B list, and then there's a C list. So, mean priority of what stocks are a little bit more to watch than others. We got the BBIO. I don't know what happened to this one. Probably put this on the B list, but this thing got crushed. Look at that, $40 stock all the way down to 12. Remember what happened last week? The stock that we traded that was down almost 77 points. They don't come back. They don't come back. And you got to be careful with these stocks. They lose FDA approval. You know what? And the more you hear, the more you see it. BORR, yeah, ALLK. That was it right there. Let me bring that up so some people could see that. This stock right here, ALK. I lost money on this stock, okay? And let me tell you something. I lost 50 cents on it. And if I didn't lose 50 cents, I would have probably lost $5 if I didn't know how to take losses. Remember, our biggest thing that we teach you here at Cyber Trading is not how to make money, it's how to stop losing it. But you could see this stock just like got decimated on that day right here. Yeah, when it started at like 84, opened up all the way down to about 10. She's trying to go up a little bit, you know. I mean, I don't know if that's for, you know, we could watch it. You could see how it had a nice push on Friday, but this stock is so volatile, okay? Very, very nasty shakes in the stock, so be very, very careful of this stock, ALLK. You could put it on the C list, but just try to take the money and run. All right, a couple of stocks on the B list I want to cover. ICCM. So this one also, it had a really nice push in pre-market at 4:30 in the morning. It's kind of flatlined. I don't know, maybe sometimes they usually come out of nowhere and they move. AVCT. This stock also, another cheap stock of 15%, got 5 million shares. Stock was a $10 stock, went all the way down to $1. Maybe it's getting a little bit of a bounce back, but pre-market, not really that impressed right there. PTPI, but you know, like I said, sometimes they come out of nowhere, and when the market opens up, they'll make a big push. New pharmaceutical stock right here, PTPI, another stock's been pretty volatile, been going up. We've been trading this stock too, but the only thing I don't like about it is the spread is very, very ugly. You can even see it right now. You're talking about maybe 10-cent wide. Boyle, this stock got crushed. Stock was as high as almost 100. It's right around this lows around 20. So it's at 26. It's at 25. It's pretty volatile. It is an ETF. Stocks got really, this one got decimated. But as a swing trade, maybe it could probably make a little bit of a comeback, you know, from where it's at. You know, the thing is down literally almost just under 80 points, a little bit over 80 points. So look at that. We're 75 points for down on almost close to that high. It's a pretty substantial drop from where it is. But you could see here long-term from February to March, kind of build some nice support levels there. So if it holds there, this could probably be a little bit of swing. But other than that, listen, it's supposed to be a pretty quiet week. You know, a lot of people are on vacation. Some people are, because we saw what happened with COVID. I don't know if you guys, listen, I don't know where everybody's from. I mean, I know, James, you're from Maryland. Kathleen, you're from Illinois. I mean, Dickerson, you're here from New York, you're in the city. Brian, in Carolina, North Carolina, New York and New Jersey got destroyed. They said one out of it's like the COVID wave. The COVID this Omicron is so um, so contagious that I think 1 out of 4 people that you bump into have it. That's a 25% rate. Anyone, I mean, it's just everywhere. There's not no one that that does not have it here in that area. So I don't know where you guys are, but it's pretty rampant over here, and you can see what's happening with the test kits. So your granddaughter has it. I think everybody I know and some family member has it. My cousin, my sister-in-law, the whole family got it. I mean, it's rampant. It's everywhere. But the big thing is what kind of throws me off a little bit is I want to get to COVID stocks. Okay, so ABBV makes the test kits, right? You saw the lines on TV. How long? People waiting 5, 6, 7 hours. You couldn't even get an appointment anymore. Those lines were like just ridiculous because people want to spend Christmas. A lot of people's Christmases were destroyed because they couldn't have the parties that they wanted, which is terrible because it just hit us right at the worst of the worst times. So a lot of people couldn't even have people over because they didn't want to get their family members sick. Not that they were not told, like listening to Fauci or anything. Oh, you can't. It had nothing to do with that. People just knew how contagious it was, and they wanted to make sure that if they could have have their family members over, and a lot of people will tested positive. So the reason I'm bringing this up is ABBV, is a big fan of it. You could see how it ran from 115 to 130, almost 135. This company makes a lot of the test kits. So just a little shock that it's not going up as much as it is. I don't know. We'll see how it opens up. It is breaking all-time highs. We'll see what happens on if it breaks Thursday's highs. And another thing, Michael, you hit nail on the head. Airlines are getting canceled everywhere. So this is not like a mandate that the White House or a governor of New York which is pretty crazy because I know a lot of restaurants in New York just closed entirely about the mandate. They don't want to get involved with the $1,000. They want to see what happens when a new mayor comes in. So if you come into New York, you'll find a lot of restaurants, a lot of stores just saying that we're just closed. First of all, there's nobody around. They just canceled New Year's Eve here in New York City because of the pandemic, and now they implemented this $1,000 fine if you with little kids and staff. So they're just waiting to see what happens when a new mayor comes in. So I know a lot of companies are just staying home. It says, just work from home, and restaurants are going to be closed. So airlines, same thing. Essential workers, everybody. I mean, like a lot of airlines are being closed. They got to make up for those flights. So it's going to be a pretty interesting next 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. All right. So in the meantime, listen, unfortunately, with these catastrophes, we know there are opportunities here. And the opportunities here is, listen, if there's certain things that you see that people need and essential, if the company's public, you'll see that those stocks will do pretty well. And that's why we trade them. So there's no safer place than be at home. That's what I always say. So let's go out and trade it. And thanks for watching. So let's get ready for the market open up. We got about 15 minutes. If you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, like we always say, you're always welcome to join us. Just like us and friend us on the bottom and just do a trial here. And if you are new to Cyber Trading University, I know today's your first day here, just please make sure you talk to your education advisor, book your appointment, book your coaching session that you get. Let us do the best that we can to kind of give you the best experience as possible to see if this is something that you want to do, because it probably is. All right. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. Be safe. And we'll start commentating once the market opens up. And for everybody on YouTube, Facebook Live, we'll see you back at 2:30.